Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sloane Elizabeth and I am a food freedom coach, and I help women eat, move, and live with love and intuition, meaning you get to have the best relationship with your food and body image ever by using science and spirituality. Today we're going to be talking all about the subconscious mind and the main roots of where binge eating, emotional eating, stress eating, dieting, yo-yo dieting comes from. And it's all rooted in the subconscious mind. So I'm going to be going over the most popular roots that I see in my coaching practice. Before we get into that, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you found it to be helpful, and hit subscribe below so that you never miss a video of mine. Okay, let's get into it. I'm so excited to be doing this episode today all about the subconscious mind and the actual roots of where the disordered eating and the diet behavior comes from. Because as you will see when I go through these common popular root limiting beliefs, they really have nothing to do with food, and that is the main takeaway that I want you to get from this episode. That the reason why you are binge eating or you are eating super clean during the week and then feeling out of control on the weekends, or maybe you feel like if you have ice cream in the house, you can't stop yourself from eating it all, you feel like you have zero control, or maybe you have too much control and you are really tied up in the food rules. None of it actually has to do with food when we get to the original root. So before we talk about what those roots are, it is critical that we understand what the subconscious mind is, because this is where the roots live. So, your subconscious mind is a part of your brain that runs like 90 to 95% of your reality. Now, I know that might sound a little bit crazy, but just stay with me for a second. So, subconscious mind, you're not fully conscious of it because it's subconscious. Sub means below. Think a submarine, right? So this is below consciousness. This is the deepest part of your automatic beliefs. And the subconscious mind is so helpful. We love the subconscious mind because it's automatic. So when you are, let's say, making an omelet, and you've made omelets every day for your entire life, maybe you have a French grandmother, I don't know, and you're making the omelet and you are listening to music and you're chatting with someone on the phone and you're just making the omelet without even really thinking, your subconscious mind is driving the ship there. Or let's say, have you ever driven to work and you arrive and you're like, holy shit, how did I get here? I kind of blacked out. Obviously, please drive safely. But your subconscious mind was running the show. But it's not just running the physical actions like cooking an omelet or driving a vehicle. It's also your belief system. So let's say that you have this subconscious belief that when someone smiles at you, they are genuinely giving you love. Okay, so someone smiles at you, you experience this feeling of being loved, you experience this feeling of joy and receiving joy. Someone else might have a subconscious program that says, people are fake, don't trust anyone, right? And you might not be aware that these programs exist, but they are there. And so someone smiles at this person and they're like, who are you? That person's so fake. Ugh. And then they feel this energy that's totally the opposite of what the first person felt. So same exact 3D experience, a stranger smiling at you, but because of your subconscious beliefs and your subconscious programs, you're experiencing a totally different reality, right? Person 1 experienced happiness and receiving joy. Person 2 experienced this feeling of inauthenticity. Yeah, are you with me? Okay, cool. So the subconscious mind holds all of these beliefs, and then you take the belief, right, as a human, your brain takes the belief, and it creates a perception in your reality. So belief is people are really kind. Okay, reality is I am now happy that that person smiled at me. Or program says people can't be trusted, people are not nice, and then you receive that smile, and your perception, therefore your reality, is that that person was not kind and fake and all the things. Your subconscious programs are created in a variety of different ways, and they are mostly created from the time that you are born until about the age 7. So during those early years of your life, you are a sponge. You take everything as the truth, and you are basically open to receiving information as law. So whatever your parents say or demonstrate is going to be absorbed in the subconscious mind. Maybe it's what teachers say or demonstrate, even your classmates, right? You see things, you experience things, you hear things, whether it's conscious or subconscious, and they are created as programs, beliefs, laws, rules in your brain. Now, there are also, of course, experiences that may occur in adulthood or after the age of 7 that really stick with you and that create a form of evidence and a subconscious program that might then affect other things in your life. So I'm not saying that your subconscious mind is only the part of you that is 0 to 7 years old, but that is when a lot of these original stories are written. Now, the good news, the exceptional news, is that because we are humans and we have this gift of consciousness, we can do healing work to rewire the subconscious mind. We can heal and rewrite these programs. But you have to first be aware of what the subconscious root is before actually shifting it. So this is one of the number one reasons why just trying to do intuitive eating doesn't work. So if you are experiencing binge eating and you try to just do intuitive eating, you say, you know what, I'm just gonna eat what I actually want. I'm gonna eat what I want when I'm hungry. I'm gonna stop when I'm full, and I'm just gonna let it be simple. It's probably not going to work because the root cause of where the binge eating came from is in the subconscious mind. Maybe, and this is the first one we'll talk about, maybe it's related to your relationship with control. So perhaps you feel unsafe if you are not completely in control. So then if you're bypassing this subconscious relationship with control and saying, you know what, I'm just gonna eat whatever, whenever, your subconscious mind is going to try to keep running this program that says, need to be in control, need to be in control. So how long do you think intuitive eating is really gonna last for you? Not very long. Yeah. So this is where I start with every single one of my clients. Like, we start in the subconscious mind because the subconscious mind controls those deep-rooted beliefs that run about 95% of our reality. From those beliefs, it influences the conscious thoughts and feelings that we have. Right? Like, oh my gosh, I feel so out of control. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared that I'm going to binge on this entire bag of chips. I shouldn't have bought it. And then those conscious thoughts and beliefs lead to our actions and behaviors, whether it is throwing away the chips before you can eat them or eating the whole thing and binging them. Yeah, so if you are trying to address and change an action or behavior, you have to start at the subconscious root. So let's get into them. I just gave you the first one, which is control, and you're gonna also see how when you really heal and shift and rewire your subconscious limiting beliefs, you're going to see benefits in your relationship with food and in every other area of your life. Because if you're kind of a control freak with food, my guess is that you're probably a control freak in other areas of your life too. So when you heal the root, you're gonna feel so much more under control and peaceful with food and with dating and with school and with finances and all of the things. So control is one of the roots that I see in my coaching practice, right? Feeling unsafe if you are not completely in control. So that is number one. Okay, number two is kind of a broad one, but it's a subconscious root of fear. So this can look like just assuming that the world is like a scary bad place, or maybe it's a subconscious program where fear is the dominant feeling that you have instead of love. I love Gabby Bernstein, and in her book, she always talks about how it's pretty much either fear or love. And when you are choosing fear, you're not choosing love, and vice versa. So if you have this subconscious program running from maybe in childhood, like things were scary, maybe you didn't feel safe, whether that was perceived or real, and then you are operating in life from a place of fear. So that can manifest as being scared of gaining weight, scared of not being loved, scared of not being good enough. And obviously you can see how those programs would directly affect how you choose your meals. So control is a huge one. Number 3, perfectionism. Oh, our dear friend perfectionism, right? So if you try to eat super duper clean, or you're playing what I call food Tetris, where you are thinking about all of your meals in your head and how to fit it all together perfectly, right? I'm guessing that you also try to be perfect with your career, with your grades when you were in school. Trying to look perfect, trying to present yourself as perfect. Maybe you're a people pleaser too, right? So if you are struggling with that food Tetris and you're obsessively thinking about food and trying to make it perfect, then me just telling you, hey Sally, here are 5 tips to stop obsessively thinking about food isn't gonna work if the root is in your subconscious mind, where you feel like in order to be worthy, you have to be perfect. Okay, are you seeing how this is all fitting together? Let's go to number 4, which is trust, right? So if you are struggling to trust your body, you don't trust your hunger cues, you don't trust your fullness cues, you're not listening to your body, again, like fear of weight gain, you don't trust that your body is on the same team as you, then me just giving you the facts about set weight range and me just giving you the facts about why your body is trustworthy isn't going to help, because this fear of trusting, maybe it's fear of trusting other people, maybe you had like a scary medical diagnosis or didn't know what was wrong with your body at one point in time, so you feel like you can't trust your body. Again, whether that's a conscious or subconscious thought, that root of not being able to trust yourself, not being able to trust your body, maybe not being able to trust other people, is going to trickle into how you choose foods, how you eat, how you listen to your body. So I hope that you can also see how if you're able to address and heal this subconscious root around trust, it's going to positively impact your relationship with food, and it'll positively impact your relationship with exercise and trusting your body, and your relationships and being able to trust and surrender to other people instead of always having to do everything by yourself. Okay, are we on number 5? Yes. So number 5 is self-love. Number 5 is self-love. If you have a subconscious program that says, I am not worthy of love, then that is what we need to address first before we talk about gentle nutrition, before we talk about intuitive eating, before we talk about hunger cues. Because if deep down you don't love yourself, then it's going to be hard to stay consistent with nutrition and health habits that are making you feel good, right? When you love yourself, it's easy to choose foods that make your body feel good because you feel deserving of that. If you don't feel deserving of love, then it's going to be hard to stay consistent and maintain this beautiful relationship with food where you are nurturing and nourishing your physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual bodies. Self-love is something that I see pretty much in 90% of my clients as a root of where we begin the healing journey. Number 6 is a huge one, and this is the root of safety. And a lot of times when I say this to clients the first time, they get full body chills, they start crying, they're like, holy shit, that was it. That is it. Safety. Yeah. If you don't feel safe in your body, if you don't feel safe being who you are, if you don't feel safe in your own skin, if you don't feel safe in your own environment, in your house, in your relationships, then how are you going to trust your body? How are you going to feel safe around an abundance of food and not feel out of control? How are you going to feel safe in being healthy and in taking care of your body, right? Like, again, none of the intuitive eating tips, none of the nutrition tips are going to help if subconsciously you don't feel safe. And again, subconscious limiting beliefs and roots can come from so many different places. Whether you don't feel safe or didn't feel safe in the past because of your home environment, because of your family dynamics, maybe again, there was like a medical diagnosis and you didn't know what was going on, so it felt unsafe. So many different reasons why this can happen and why this can be created, but what we want to do is heal it. What we want to do is rewire and reprogram this story so that subconsciously you feel so safe. You feel so safe in your body, you feel so safe in your heart, in your brain, you feel safe in life, in your relationships. And from that place of safety, from that place of grounding, oh my gosh, you're going to be so grounded. You're going to be so calm. Your nervous system is going to have a breath finally. And from that place of safety, it's so much easier to trust your body, so much easier to stop when you're full, like so much easier. So safety is a humongous one. Okay, we have 2 more. Ready? So number 7 is self-sabotage. If you are self-sabotaging, which means you are not allowing yourself to have success, you're getting in your way of your own success, then yeah, it's going to be very hard to have a successfully intuitive, healthy relationship with food. This is also why I see so many women waiting to get help with their food freedom healing and waiting to invest in that program or that coach that they want to work with, because they have this subconscious program that runs saying self-sabotage is actually the safest way to go, which logically doesn't make sense, but that's okay. The subconscious mind is not about logic. Self-sabotage, again, can be created from so many different things, but it basically says like, success is not reliable, success is not safe, success is not meant for you. So if that's what you believe, then no tips or tricks in the world can help you stop binge eating. Because the binge is that quote failure that your subconscious mind is looking for to fulfill this story of self-sabotage. And you might think, why the heck would I do that? Like, I don't want failure. Why would I do that? Because your subconscious mind is running the show. So we need to dig into that. We need to heal that. We need to rewire and reprogram that. Because when you do, and then you set your subconscious mind up for success and for manifesting success and for finding success, expecting success, imagine how much easier it's going to be to successfully eat with love and intuition, to successfully experience food freedom. Like, it's going to be life-changing. And all of the other opportunities that you might be self-sabotaging, whether it's financial, career, dating, friendships, like those are going to be more successful too. So again, that's why I don't just give like binge eating or obsessive thought tips, because this is where the healing really, really lies. Self-worth. Number 8 is self-worth. So similar to self-love, if subconsciously you don't believe that you are a worthy person, you don't believe that you are worthy maybe unless you're being productive, right? Maybe you don't believe that you're worthy of health. You don't believe that you're worthy of feeling amazing. Then it's going to be very difficult to feel amazing because you're going to self-sabotage, right? If you start feeling amazing, but you have a subconscious program left that says, wait, but you're not worthy, then your subconscious mind is going to find a way to prove that correct. Your subconscious mind is going to find a way to have a successful reality that mirrors the belief that you're not worthy. So if you want to heal your relationship with food, you want to be able to eat what you want without binging, without rushing, without stressing, without guilt, without anxiety. You want to stop when you're full, feeling perfectly nourished and satisfied. You want to eat foods that feel good for your physical body and that feel good mentally and that fulfill your soul. You want to allow your soul level intuition to guide you on what to eat, how much, when. You want to have full trust. then you have to feel worthy of that. Because again, me giving you my 3-step healing framework or all the tips and tricks in the world won't stick. And it won't last if you have a subconscious program that says, well, I'm not worthy of this. So we have to start here. We have to start here. The subconscious mind is where it's at. And I hope that this has given you some clarity on identifying what your subconscious roots might be when it comes to your relationship with food. Now, these 8 are not the end-all be-all for subconscious roots of food struggles or disordered eating. These are just the most common that I see in my programs like the Food Freedom Collective and in my one-on-one containers too. So take this and just ask your heart, ask your intuition. You'll know, maybe you already know because when I said the word, it like hit you. You're like, oh, that's me. Maybe all 8 resonate, and that's okay too. But we need to first understand and identify what the subconscious roots are so that you can start the healing process by identifying the subconscious roots and beginning to rewire them. Because skipping this step will just lead you down a path that's not going to work. The subconscious mind is truly one of my favorite topics. So let me know your feedback, questions, and results. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. I would love to see it. And make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video and hit subscribe below for all future episodes. If you would love to work with me and get more support in healing your relationship with food, make sure to check out all of the details below for all the links and all the things. Sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next episode. Mwah.